Now for these questions, we're subtracting a decimal from a whole number. So first, we have 5 minus 1.35. Now we can use column subtraction for this, but we need to be really careful and think about the place values in our question. Remember, the digit before the decimal point is the ones digit, so we have 1, 1, and the digits after the decimal point are the tenths and hundredths digit. So when we're setting this out using column subtraction, we can write the 5, but then we need the 1 underneath the 5 so that our ones place value column is lined up. Now 5 is the same as 5.00. You can always write a decimal point and then zeros on the end of any whole number. And that doesn't change the number. 5.00 is the same as 5, so we haven't changed the question. All the .00 tells us is that in the number 5, we don't have any tenths or any hundredths. But now we can solve this using column subtraction. First, we need to remember to copy the decimal point down into our answer, and now we can solve it working from right to left. So first, we have 0 minus 5. We can't do that using the column method, and if we look to the left, we have another 0. So we need to go all the way over to our ones column, 1 less, 1 in front. So now we have 10 tenths, and we can exchange one of those tenths for 10 hundredths. So now 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 3 is 6, and 4 minus 1 is 3. That gives us our answer 3.65. Now we have 8 minus 4.65. So again, I've written the 4 ones underneath the 8 ones that we're subtracting from. Remember, 8 is the same as 8.00. We copy the decimal point down into our answer, and now we can't do 0 minus 5, and we also have a 0 in our tenths column. So we need to go all the way over to the ones, 1 less, 1 in front, and now we do the same thing, 1 less, 1 in front. So now 10 minus 5 is 5, 9 minus 6 is 3, and 7 minus 4 is 3. That gives us 3.35. Now we have 11 minus 4.01. 11 is the same as 11.00. So now we copy the decimal point down into our answer. Again, we can't do 0 minus 1, and we can't exchange with the tenths, but we can exchange our 1 for 10 tenths, and then we can exchange one of our tenths for 10 hundredths. Now 10 minus 1 is 9, 9 minus 0 is 9. We can't do 0 minus 4, so go to the left, 1 less, 1 in front. 10 minus 4 is 6, and 0 minus nothing is 0. So that gives us our answer, 6.99. Now let's look back at this first question. We had 5, so that's 5 ones, and we needed to subtract 1.35. First, we exchanged one of our ones for 10 tenths. Then we exchanged one of our tenths for 10 hundredths. That meant that we could subtract 5 hundredths, then 3 tenths, then 1 whole, or 1 1. That gave us our answer 3.65, so 3 ones, 6 tenths, and 5 hundredths. Then we had 8 minus 4.65. First, we needed to subtract 5 hundredths, but to do that, we had to exchange one of our ones for 10 tenths. Then we could take one of our tenths and exchange it for 10 hundredths. Then we could subtract 5 hundredths, then 6 tenths. Then we could subtract 4 ones. That gave us our answer 3.35, so 3 ones, 3 tenths, and 5 hundredths. Finally, we had 11, so a 10 and a 1, and we needed to subtract 4.01. Again, we exchanged our 1 for 10 tenths, then took one of our tenths and exchanged that for 10 hundredths. We subtracted 1 hundredth. Then we didn't need to subtract any tenths, but to subtract 4 ones, we first had to exchange with our 10. Taking away 4 ones gave us 6 ones, 9 tenths and 9 hundredths, so 6.99.